In The Shining, a scary and mentally gripping book by the famous author Stephen King, the story of the Torrance family is told through the haunted halls of the Overlook Hotel. The book goes into great detail about loneliness, addiction, madness, and the dark forces that live inside people. The story is about Jack Torrance, a poor writer and recovering alcoholic who gets a job as the winter caretaker at the Overlook Hotel in Colorado. Looking for peace and a fresh start for himself and his family, Jack sees this as a chance to work on his writing and spend time with his wife Wendy and their young son Danny. Danny has a strange gift called the Shining, which is a psychic ability that lets him see the past and the future and talk to spirits. With its sad past of violence and tragedy, the Overlook Hotel quickly realizes Danny's power and starts to use it to control him. As the snow of winter traps the Torrance family in the lonely hotel, the evil presence in the Overlook slowly eats away at Jack's humanity, sending him into a spiral of madness. As Jack's isolation gets worse, he becomes more open to the evil forces at work, and the real horror of the Overlook Hotel starts to show. King skillfully builds stress by describing the atmosphere, which brings the Overlook to life. The creepy, empty hallways and the suffocating feeling of the hotel give the story a feeling of dread that lasts the whole time. The hotel's past, which includes murders and suicides, adds to the creepy feeling and foreshadows the bad things that are about to happen to the Torrance family. The idea of addiction is at the heart of the story. Jack's fight with alcoholism shows how destructive addiction is because it affects every part of his life. It hurts his relationships and brings him close to killing himself. King's story about addiction serves as a warning, showing how it can have a big effect not only on the person who has it but also on those around them. The Shining also looks at how families work and how far parents will go to protect their children. Wendy is a strong and caring mother who is eager to protect her son from the terrible things that happen in the Overlook. Because she loves Danny, she faces her own fears and fights against the evil that is trying to get them all. As the story goes on, the Overlook's effect on Jack gets stronger, leading to a number of key events. Jack's contacts with the ghosts who haunt the hotel show how far he has gone down the path to madness. Notably, the ghost of Delbert Grady, a past caretaker who wanted to kill his family, tricks Jack into continuing the cycle of violence by telling him to correct his wife and son. Danny's shining skills are also important to the story. His experiences with the bad things in the hotel, especially in the scary room 237, show how powerful the Overlook is. Some of the most scary and exciting parts of the book happen when the characters meet these people. In the end, The Shining is a cautionary story about the darkness that is in all of us. King looks at the thin line between being normal and being crazy. He shows the weaknesses and secret demons that lie beneath the surface of the human mind. The Overlook Hotel becomes a physical representation of these inner demons, a bad thing that takes advantage of its victims' flaws. In conclusion, The Shining is a masterfully written story that mixes horror, psychological suspense, and supernatural events. Stephen King is a skilled storyteller who tells a scary story about addiction, family relationships, and how bad people can be. As the sad story of the Torrance family plays out in the Overlook Hotel, readers are left with a lingering feeling of unease. This reminds us that even the most normal people can be driven by their own demons to do horrible things we can't even imagine.